Hello, it's Dr. Victoria Stakelum here with your Tuesday Career Power Tips for this Tuesday, the 20th of September 2022. And I'd like to talk to you today about the concept of power. I call these career power tips, right? And here is something I have noticed. Many of the women in my networks feel uncomfortable with the concept of power, feel reluctant to aspire towards or set a goal around having career power, don't find appealing the concept of career power, which is a bit of a challenge for me, right? Because I know how to give you career power, and I have an entire program called Career Power. And what I'm noticing is the language is not resonating with the women that I'm best able to serve. And I think that's really interesting. So I'd like to talk today about power, and specifically about the difference between power and empowerment. I would say that for most women, the concept of being an empowered woman is really attractive, really resonates well, and is something that we are drawn to. But if I say to you, I can help make you powerful, do you feel a bit, that feels a bit icky? It doesn't sit readily with us. But here's the thing, the dictionary definition of power, powerful, is having great power or strength. Whereas the dictionary definition of empowerment is to be given power or authority. So here's what I notice within that. We are comfortable with someone granting us empowerment, with waiting around to be given permission and told that we have the authority to be more powerful, have more power, authority, and strength. But we're not comfortable taking it. We're not comfortable setting our own intention around being powerful and making that happen. And here's why that's a problem. In Marshall Goldsmith's book, How Women Rise, which is a great read and one I would recommend for any woman feeling a bit stuck or frustrated within your career, one of the habits that he identifies as holding women back from reaching their full potential professionally is working really hard and waiting for someone to grant them recognition, to progress their careers for them. And doesn't that resonate? How many of you work super hard, are highly capable, and quietly get increasingly frustrated and resentful that that's not being spontaneously recognized and the opportunities aren't being sort of offered to you off the back of your capability and hard work. It appears to be a sad fact of professional life in many domains that it takes more than just hard work and capability to reach the top. It takes a willingness to make yourself visible and to lean into power, to find your voice, to step into your strength and really embody that. And that is much more challenging if you feel an inherent reluctance to be powerful. And I can hazard a guess why we feel reluctant to step into power. And I think it's because we look around us at the way power is wielded and we don't like it. So we will often associate power with people at the top of business, at the top of politics and corrupt institutions, and we see power being wielded with a lack of integrity, with narcissism, with great ego, with unpleasantness and injustice. And we don't want to associate ourselves with that. So we sit quietly waiting for someone to reward our integrity and capability and hard work by empowering us. And then we feel frustrated when it doesn't happen. But here's the thing. Power itself is not bad, any more than a knife is not of itself bad. You can use a knife to carve something beautiful. You can use it to spread butter or Nutella on your toast. or you can use it to wound someone. And power is exactly the same. If you have an issue with power, know that power is not the problem. The choices being made by the person in a position of power are the problem. And that person's integrity or lack of is what you are actually feeling resistance to. When you take power, when you have power, you put yourself in a position to use it with integrity. You get to choose how to use that power. Don't run away from power. If you can step into it, if you can take power, you are then in a position to influence the leadership decisions, the strategy and culture of the organization that you are in to be better. You're able to hold that knife and carve something beautiful out of it. You're able to lift while you climb. But so many of the women I encounter who have integrity, who are not willing to play the politics game, they believe that to be powerful, they have to put their integrity to one side and play some kind of horrible game. And it's not true. You can take power into your own hands. You don't need to wait for permission. You can find and use your voice. You can step into your powerful, strong self, and you can create forward motion for yourself to put yourself in a position of greater power, greater strength, greater authority. You can tell I get excited and animated by this because I trip over my words, because it's so important. If there were more high integrity, underrepresented groups at the top of business, business would be better. Business cultures would be better. The world would be a better place. So if you feel a resistance to taking power, to stepping into power, because you don't like the idea of then being a part of that system, well, then get into power within that system so that you can change it from within, so that you can adjust the culture, influence, be more powerful around the good things. And I can teach you how to do that. That's a part of my career power program that women feel resistance to because it has the word power in the title. It's called Career Power for a reason. Get to the top of the tree so that you can help it flourish into being a better tree. And yes, you get to feel more fulfilled and achieve more along the way. But don't let your fear of power hold you back. And don't make the mistake of thinking if you sit tight and work hard for long enough, someone will wave a magic wand and grant you empowerment. Look, for some of you that will happen, and that will be about the culture you're in and you're in alignment and you're in your best energy. Brilliant. But unfortunately for many of us, that's not how it works. But you can create the change for yourself if you're willing to find the courage to step into your power and be a leader with influence. And you can influence change. You'd be surprised by how much change you can influence if you learn to connect to your most powerful self and use that power to influence the landscape around you. I want that for you. I want it for the business world. Business functions better and people are happier when there is high integrity leadership wielding the power at the top. And that can only happen if we all step up and step into those positions of authority, of structural seniority. And that doesn't happen when we sit around waiting for permission. It happens when we lean in and speak up and own the truth of our capabilities and what we can achieve, and use those to create a pathway for ourselves. Rant over. If you would like to hear more about the Career Power Programme, don't be scared of the word power. I'll drop a link in the comments below, and you can go and watch the video, the short 7-8 minute video that I've hosted there for you to learn a little bit more about what it means and what it looks like to step into your power professionally and the impact that can have on your career and the world around you. So thank you for listening today. I hope you've enjoyed today's Career Power Tuesday tips, and I'll see you at the same time next week. I've been Dr. Victoria Stakelum, the Success Smith. I'll see you again soon.